The next stop on the Basketball Heritage Trail is Thorntown, which has a current population of 1,500. About 18 miles from Crawfordsville, a direct route from Indiana State Road 47. Thorntown High School fielded basketball teams beginning in 1906, and their teams went as far as the Elite Eight in the state high school tournaments in 1913 and 1914. In 1915, Thorntown won the 5th Indiana State High School Tournament, making it part of the cradle of Indiana basketball. The Thorntown High School team did not have a gym until 1916. The team played most of its home games in a large room on the 3rd floor of the elementary school. This gym was not a regulation gym. It also served as a science lab. The team may have played some of its home games at the local Opera House, but this venue was not liked since the court had posts in the middle of the floor. These buildings have since been torn down. Thorntown High School closed in 1974, merging with 4 other high schools to form Western Boone High School. I am standing here at the Thorntown Heritage Museum, located at 124 West Main Street here in Thorntown. As you can see, there are lots of basketball memorabilia here in the museum, some of which dates all the way back to 1906 when Thorntown had their first basketball team. This display is the championship trophy from 1915 when Thorntown won the state championship. The original trophy disappeared soon after it was presented to Thorntown. So Coach Chet Hill made this trophy using half the basketball we won the sectional with, as well as half the basketball that was used in the state championship game. You can see more basketball memorabilia at the Thorntown Library, which is located just a couple blocks from here. Thorntown's star player the year they won the state championship was Alfred DeWitt Smith. Smith was a 4-year starter for Thorntown and averaged over 20 points a game during his high school career, a remarkable feat in an era when basketball scores were low-scoring affairs. For instance, the score of the 1915 state championship game was Thorntown 33, Montmorency 10. After graduating from high school in 1915, Smith went to Purdue University, where he became a starter for Purdue's basketball team in his sophomore year. 3 players from these historic early years of Thorntown High School basketball have been inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. Smith, who played on the 1915 championship team, Walter Cross, and Arthur Masters, who played on Thorntown's Final Four team of 1919. Also, Thorntown High School star player in 1959, John Robbins, gained entry into Indiana's Basketball Hall of Fame in later years. In 1914, first-year coach Chester Chet Hill achieved an Elite Eight finish in the Indiana State Basketball Tournament. In 1915, Thorntown High School won the state championship with Hill at the helm. He took his 1919 team to the Final Four. Coach Hill was inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame in 1965. While you are in Thorntown, you might enjoy a visit to the Sugar Creek Arts Center, which features the work of talented local artists. And you might want to drive on the Boone County Quilt Barn Trail, which features quilt patterns painted on the sides of barns and has received national recognition. Thorntown is the 3rd section of the Heritage Trail. For our last stop, we'll be heading to Lebanon.